All right, so each habitat can have a trend card and a cloud card. All trend cards cost 2 energy to play. All cloud cards cost 1 to play, and you just slide them in right behind the habitat, and they augment the habitat. The trend cards can bump up they can mess with the water ranges or the temperature ranges, and they all kind of influence what the net sum is for fire damage and wind disasters. So usually if you're ahead in a habitat, you're using like all these nice friendly clouds and stuff, and if you're behind in a habitat, you like to throw out stuff that makes it more dangerous. So when you're playing disasters, a lot of them have enabling conditions that have to be met, and those are down here. So in order to play a thunderstorm, you have to have a cloud formation with this symbol. So a cumulonimbus incus, not a stratus cloud. Wildfire, you have to have a habitat. I think the drought card also has that enabling fire symbol on it. Some of them, like a firestorm, when you count up the habitat, it has to be at least a 0 in order to play it. So you couldn't have that because it'd be -1, -1, +1, so -1 in the habitat, so you wouldn't meet that qualifying condition. Flood has a little water droplet, and then some of them don't have. You can play those
Anywhere.
anytime. Yeah. Okay, so these are the different criteria. So thunderstorm is a fairly complicated one. It is a 1 strength that affects all trees in the whole habitat. Your trees, my trees, everybody's trees. And it has a 1 plus whatever is going on in the habitat. So if we're here, even though it's only a 1, +1, +1, +1, so we've got a total of 4 strength against everything in the habitat. It costs 2 to play. All these say how much they cost. They cost different amounts. And it also has a fate attack, the little lightning flash. Anytime you did a fate, a lightning flash fate attack against one tree. So you'd pick one other tree, and then you'd go, all right, lightning is trying to hit that tree, and you throw it up. If it's face up, it hits it. If it's face down, it misses it.
So that fate attacks.
Those are lingering disasters. It's a little clock with an L in the hands make an L.
Okay.
So a lingering disaster, it may not, you still go through the conditions. This one drops the temperature of the habitat by 1. So any trees that no longer can grow in the habitat would go away. It's very effective in the cold areas. It affects all the trees because it's cold everywhere.
And those last to the beginning of your next turn?
Yeah, they linger in the habitat, so that means the other guy can't plant or grow trees during his next turn. He can do weather and he can do fire and that kind of stuff, but he can't actually progress, planting or growing a tree. So typically a lot of the weaker attacks have a lingering capability, so they're very good for a delay tactic of buying you an extra turn.